All right, enough three lions, especially the weird one at the bottom who appears to be waving. What's that all about? Anyway, how about some quick hits, Jules?
Let's go, Gab.
Erling Haaland bags 5 goals, and Telo Asgard gets another 4 in just 26 minutes as Norway destroy Moldova 11-1. Jules, given Italy beat the same Moldova team 2-0, Luciano Spalletti, thank you. I can't decide if Norway are really good or we possibly are, just really, really bad.
Yeah, you're not very good, and Moldova are not very good either, to be fair. And I don't think Norway had to break a sweat anyway, but to score 11 goals is pretty remarkable. 5, as you said, for Haaland.
He could have had 6. He gave up the penalty.
Yeah, that's pretty, and gave 2 assists as well. 11 goals where Solos doesn't even score assist, or Nusa neither. You think, like, what were you actually doing in that game? But for Asgard, this is more goals, 4 obviously in 26 minutes than he had this season with Rangers, because he hadn't scored yet for Rangers, that he had last season when he was at Luton in the second half of the season, because he only had 1 goal. So it was just his moment, I guess, and he will never do that again in his whole career.
You know my thoughts on running up the score. I disapprove of it. In this case, though, I can't blame Norway. They have to do it because if Italy win out all their games and beat Norway, it's going to come down to goal difference. And the way this is going with the goal difference, Italy are going to have to score 7 or 8 against Norway, which I somehow don't think is going to happen.
Yeah, and talking about Italy, Gab, did you ever think that they would give up a 4-2 lead with 3 minutes to go against Israel?
No, just like I didn't think that they would take 40 shots on goal the way they did against Estonia. We're in a brave new world. I have a column up about how Gattuso has gotten Italy to attack, but maybe at the expense of how to defend.
Yeah.
By the way, that Israel game, I mean, hats off to Ben Shimon. He completely outfoxed Gattuso in the first half hour, the rotating front three. Gattuso had a plan of his own with Di Marco on the left, which meant that there was no cover there. Italy got super lucky with my boy Gigio Donnarumma, who flailed miserably at a ball into the box. Somehow the referee Vincic overturned it after VAR review, saw a foul, which I think wasn't a foul.
I agree.
Italy, 2 weirdo own goals, slicing the ball in the back of the net from Bastoni, Locatelli screwing up. And in the end, Italy, 4-2, they concede twice, and then immediately after it goes to 4-4, they score the winner in the 91st minute.
Mistake by Perez as well.
I love the reaction from Italy. I love the attacking intent. I love the 2 strikers. I cannot understand the defense. They're not just individual defensive errors; they're collective defensive errors.
They're very imbalanced. I mean, that system is not very good.
It's attacking. It's entertaining.
Yeah,
it's different. It takes. We built our whole legend of the 4 World Cups on defending and being boring and outsmarting the opponents. Now we were outsmarted and we don't defend, but hey, we attack. We're averaging 5 goals a game under Gattuso. France go a goal down at home to Iceland and end up winning 2-1 despite Aurélien Tchouameni's late red card and those mean boos for Adrien Rabiot. What's that all about? Well, were you worried at some point?
I was not worried, but I was disappointed because I thought there was a lot of good things against Ukraine, including Michael Olise as the number 10. And then this time he was not good at all. He gave away the ball terribly on the Icelandic goal. And then the French, I thought it was just quite laborious and not good. Kylian saving the day with a goal on a penalty and an assist for Barcola. And then VAR saving them as well, because that second goal that Iceland scored late when they were 11 men against 10, I think should have stood. So,
you think so?
Yeah, definitely. I don't see much of a foul there at all. So I think we got away with one there, and the booze is just the Parc des Princes, because the game was in Paris. Saying, hello again to Adrien Rabiot, who went and played for the enemy.
So what, they'd rather see Zaire Emery in there or something like that?
Or just for him that he never played for Marseille, basically. It was more the fact that he decided to play for Marseille and he didn't like it. No Lionel Messi and Nicolas Otamendi get sent off inside of half an hour, and Argentina lose away to Ecuador. Gab, is this a big deal?
It's a big deal because it's South American qualifying and they were up for it. Obviously, no Messi. The guy's not going to play again 2 games like this. Yeah. But, they had Lautaro out there. They had McAllister. They had their big guns out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
The red card, as coming after half an hour, really, really screwed them up. Yeah. Otamendi, not smart, but equally it's the fault of Balerdi there completely, who completely misjudges the ball over the top. And they tried to get the reaction. It got feisty at the end, because it always does at South America. I think Argentina are going to be okay. Going into this, 1-11, I'm not a huge fan of their lineup. I think they need help, especially at the back. Tagliafico, I don't want to see these guys still out there. If I were Argentina, I'd be concerned. But hey, maybe I worry too much because that Messi guy will presumably still be there. Jules, we're not done because we have more quick hits.
Yes.
Wild stuff. And El Alto, Jules. Bolivia trip up Brazil 1-0 to clinch 7th place and a playoff spot.
Yeah.
This is old school. The Brazilian FA, not happy.
Not happy at all. I mean, Bolivia scored on a penalty that was very, very soft, to say the least. It was a very aggressive game, as you can expect. There was a lot of weird things, even from the referee in that game, that Carlo Ancelotti was not happy with a very much a B Brazil team, maybe even a C team, if you want, from him. So he can't really complain either because he didn't really set up the team to go there and win in altitude, obviously, too.
Yeah, he wasn't going to put his, other than Bruno Guimaraes and Allison, who, let's face it, is a
the
goalkeeper,
bucket,
stands around, right? He wasn't going to go and have these guys run around at altitude. By the way, El Alto means high.
Yeah.
It's not even La Paz. It's like the town that's up the mountain above La Paz.
They do on purpose. Yeah.
They do this on purpose.
Yeah, completely. And Gab, Bolivia qualify, as you said, for a World Cup playoff spot because Venezuela failed to beat Colombia at home in a big night for the other Luis Suarez, the Colombian one.
Yeah, who plays for Sporting. The new Gyökeres. I mean, more of a...
I mean, he also played for Marseille and nobody remembers him there. So,
but they might... You know what's funny? He's the third Luis Suarez, the original Luis Suarez, the one who actually won the Ballon d'Or.
Yes.
He's the real Luis Suarez. This is the Luis Suarez we can say who's still playing and doesn't bite people, doesn't spit at them, doesn't behave, doesn't act like he belongs in a cage or in a little hamster wheel. Anyway, this was a heartbreaker. I actually was going to text Ale Moreno, and then I said no. He says mean.
I thought the same.
Then I said he says mean things. This was coming. It was so loud, even just watching on TV, it was so loud in the stadium. Colombia, nothing to play for.
Yeah.
They take the lead, they score straight away, then they get pegged back, and they take the lead again. It's like, this is fine, we're going to ride it out. But no, losing 6-3 at home is a big one.
It's bad.
Kosovo beat Sweden 2-0 as Alexander Isak plays the final 20 minutes. Jules, 1 point from 2 games in a tough group that includes Switzerland and Slovenia. Not looking good.
No, it's not good for my friend John Dahl Thomason, who is the coach who was on holidays with me in the summer, and he's 2 boys playing football with my 2 boys. We saw Isak for 18 minutes. Does that mean he's ready to start for Liverpool? I'm not sure, but this was not good against Sweden. Against a good Kosovo team, to be fair, that has youth, has talent, but it's a game that you don't expect Sweden to lose, really.
Maybe if we don't qualify for the World Cup, Sweden can keep us company.
Yeah, exactly. Joao Cancelo pops it late to give Portugal a 3-2 win away in Hungary, Gab.
Yes, and you know who has set yet another international goal-scoring record. Because, of course, because you're a hater, you didn't mention the fact that Cristiano Ronaldo scored a penalty.
Yeah,
it's his 35th penalty in the last 3 years, as somebody helpfully pointed out.
Yes.
In the eternal battle between him and Messi, Messi only has 3. It doesn't matter. Hungary, I don't think, played badly at all. I think Portugal kind of took this a little bit for granted. It's a big win, and I'm happy for Joao Cancelo because he deals with so much hate from so many silly people. Jules, in all my Cancelo excitement, I didn't mention the record that Cristiano equalized.
Yes.
Which is, you're going to say it's a bit of a Fugazi record.
Oh, I know what it is already. Yeah.
It is the most goals scored in World Cup qualifying. I think it's 39.
Yes.
And whose record did it equal?
Oh, that's a very good pub quiz question.
And you know it.
I know.
Do you want to tell us?
Well, no, you should tell us because you asked the question.
We just talked about it. I know you know.
Oh, yeah, Ruiz. But like
Carlos Ruiz,
yeah, of course. So.
The legendary Guatemalan.
Yeah.
And I have to ask you a question. Guatemala, obviously, not exactly an assembly line of talent other than Carlos Ruiz. Is he the greatest ever player from Central America, Carlos Ruiz?
I think that's a great question. Behind Shaka Hislop, obviously.
No, but I'm just talking from...
Okay, so
we're going to leave the Caribbean out.
Okay.
We're just going to mention kind of south of Mexico all the way down, including Panama.
Then he's got a big... Yeah, he's got a...
He'd be up there. Keylor Navas,
yeah.
Deli Valdez,
yeah.
Majico Gonzalez. Is there somebody else I'm forgetting?
I don't think so.
All right, let us know on X because I want to establish who is the greatest ever Central American player. And again, we're going to leave out. We're not talking CONCACAF here.
No Mexico.
Can't be north of Mexico. Can't be Caribbean. Just these bits. Right. We gave Mauricio Pochettino a hard time on Monday. But was the United States 2-0 win against Japan enough to change your mind, Jules? Were you convinced, or did you see some defensive errors from
Well, yeah,
Japan?
we saw like a B Japan team. Let's be honest here, certainly without some of the stars. But like we said on Monday, there was some. Not everything was bad in the USA defeat to South Korea before, especially in that second half. And again, there were some positives I thought in this game. From Balogun, from Christian Pulisic, lovely
Pulisic
goal.
looked really he looked really
very
sharp.
good. He looked really sharp. So there was a lot of positives, and I'm just hoping that the noise, that Poch doesn't really listen to the noise, that he has a plan. This is all I care about, and a direction, and that this is part of the plan, whether it's trialing players or trying things, towards the World Cup. So comes March when things will get serious, obviously, because we'll be so close to it. Then he knows exactly where he is, with who, and how to start the World Cup. Then that's all good. But I thought that was a good win.
You said you hope Pochettino doesn't listen to the noise. I guarantee you he doesn't listen to the noise. He doesn't listen to anyone.
No, true.
He's surrounded in an echo chamber of people who say, yes, boss, and step and fetch it. So
But as long as he's got a plan, but like we said on Monday, we're not sure he has.
just don't say stupid things when you talk. And also realize if you give an interview in Spain, people in the U.S. will notice, and they're going to pick up on your quotes. The 1960s are over, bro. Morocco and Tunisia have both qualified for the World Cup. Jules, I'm assuming you agree with me that Morocco, on paper,
Yes.
should go further.
Yeah, absolutely. Walid Regragui, obviously Paris born and bred. Regragui doing a great job at the last World Cup, not so much at the AFCON, the last one. There's obviously one to come in January again, where we will see how those teams, Morocco, Tunisia, and all the others, are doing 6 months before the World Cup, which will be very interesting. But yeah, on paper, I think they are ahead in their own development and their own level than where Tunisia are. But it's good because not just yet, but they should have almost all the African countries qualify for the World Cup for the first time in a very long time, if not for the first time ever, by the way. So, this is good for them.
It helps when you have another 16 slots in the World Cup.
Yeah, true. Obviously, you're right.